Hey Big V, it's Verl Workman here, and we are talking teams. In today's video, we're going to talk about the critical questions you should ask anytime you're thinking about joining somebody's team. I believe that the best teacher, the best trainer, the best instructor of real estate is the game. And if you really want to be great at anything, you just got to get in the game. We can sit on the practice field. I remember coaching my kids in soccer. I can take them till they're about 6 years old, then we have to turn it over to a professional. But as coaching these youngsters in soccer, I remember, all the things we'd work on in practice. And then as soon as you get in the game, everything changes. Well, the same is true in real estate. You can take continuing education classes. I don't know, I was thinking about this the other day. When I first got my real estate license, I remember thinking, I got to make some money. So I signed up and I did the 10-day program. I did 90 hours of real estate in 10 days and got my license. The same time, my wife's little sister moved in with us because she wanted to be on her own. Now think about that for just a second. So is she really on her own? Not really. Well, she wanted to go to hair school. 2,000 hours, and a year and a half later, she could cut my hair. Anybody see a problem with this picture? You see, in real estate, we're dealing with people's most important financial investment. 10 days and 90 hours. What did I know about selling real estate? I knew how to not get sued. I knew what the terms were, and I knew how to do a little bit of real estate math. Cutting hair 2,000 hours and a year and a half later, she can't screw up my financial future. I may get a bad haircut, but it'll grow back. With real estate, we're dealing with people's most important investment. And so, how do you learn how to be great at it? You get in the game. You start showing houses. You do open houses. You go out and you start looking at everything on the marketplace. You set yourself up on auto searches. You get in the game. So how do we get in the game? I've learned that if you can find someone who's really good at the business and you can work with them and they can teach you what they do that makes them great, you get in the game faster. That's why teams work, is because they are the incubator for high volume real estate. And I'll tell you what, if it's the right team and they have the right culture and they create opportunity for you to be able to grow, then you know you're in a good place and you may never leave that team. So what are the key questions, or what are the things that you want to know about teams? We just recently did a study called The Unexpected Impact of Teams in Real Estate, where we hired a third-party company from outside the industry to come in and study what people want from their team leaders and what team leaders want from their team members. In this study, we uncovered unbelievable data. The majority of people that joined teams actually made more money even though they were on a lower split. Team members said they wanted a team leader that provided training and an example of how to do things right, not just a training class. And so when you're thinking about joining a team, let me give you a few questions you might ask. One of the first questions is this: tell me about your culture. You see, every team has one. It's either intentionally created or it's accidentally created. And the culture could sound something like this. Let me give you an example of a team that I may not join. Oh, we have an incredible culture. We all come in every day. We go to lunch together. We spend a lot of time on weekends. We go boating. We do all these amazing things. And they don't talk anything about making money or being productive. That may be a good part of a team if it's not the only part of a team. Another culture might be something like this. Well, our culture is we're focused on production. We want everybody to hit minimum standards of production to be able to stay on the team. We have each other's backs so that when you have something to do with your kids, I'll watch your business. And when I have something to do with my kids, you kind of keep your eye on my business so that we have each other's backs. I love that. And then a culture of productivity consists something like this. Every day we do a daily huddle. We look at our numbers from the previous day and we report in. And then we role play and practice our scripts and our dialogues. And then we go in and we prospect as a team for an hour looking and hunting for new business. When a team leader says that to you, sign up and do everything you can to get a spot on that team, because you know that they're focused on helping you be successful, as opposed to, just creating a great family environment. We all have a good time. Having fun works for a little while, but my boat runs on gas, not on thanks, which means if I'm not making any money, I can't put any gas in the boat. So you got to make some money. So make sure that you ask questions to determine whether or not that team is focused on helping you be productive. Another great question you might want to ask is, what's the opportunity for me to grow within the team? I want you to think about that. How do you grow? Will you always be a showing specialist? Will you always be a buyer's agent? Could you transition into a listing partner? And does your team leader have a focus and a vision to maybe even allow you to be a team leader and build a team within the team? Team leaders that think about the individuals contemplate how do they help their team grow. Another question might be, how do we work together as a team to create financial wealth? That's a hard one because most team leaders don't know how to answer that question. But great team leaders invest in their agents as part of the team culture. And so they'll buy property together, they'll do property management together, they'll create other streams of income to help team members build wealth. I call it golden handcuffs. If I create an opportunity that we invest in property together as long as you're on the team, but if you leave the team, we buy you out of it, all of a sudden, you're on a team now that you'll have a hard time leaving because you're successful financially and you're building retirement. Those are just a few things. Another thing I'd like to do before ever joining a team is I'd like to come to a team huddle. And so ask the question, would it be okay if I attended a team huddle? If the team leader doesn't hold huddles, you have the answer to whether or not that's an effective team. If they say absolutely come in and join the team huddle and they include you in that team huddle, now you're in a place where you can see the dynamics of the team and how they interact with each other and whether or not they're helping each other and building each other up. You know, accountability is one of these funky things that we're going to talk about in another video where we talk about the most important choice you will make when joining a team is the choice to not only hold yourself accountable, but to be willing to be part of an accountability culture. Accountability is love, and if you choose to hold each other accountable, then everybody does more and is more successful on the team. So we've talked about questions to ask. We've talked about joining a team huddle. Now it's up to you to go in and find the team that fits your culture. If you want to know more about exactly what team members are looking for from team leaders, then download the Unexpected Impact of Teams in Real Estate. Now this is a full report and a full study with key findings on exactly what you can learn about team leaders. It also gives you some indicators of what are the things team leaders are looking for from team members so you can answer their interview questions even better. Look forward to working with you as you build your A team or you join your A team. Teams matter and they're the future of real estate.